The nomination has reignited the debate over abortion.
Look, this is a debate that never really goes away in America, but there's a lot more steam to it now in the lead up to the election with this nomination. We've seen plenty of people out protesting saying that they're really concerned about what impact Amy Coney Barrett's nomination to the Supreme Court will have on that particular issue. Now, she is a conservative Catholic. She's written in the past about being pro-life, although she's been pretty circumspect about sharing how she thinks those views would affect her judgments. She's been really quite adamant in her articles and things she said in speeches about saying that she follows the letter of the law, and also positions herself as an originalist justice, in that she would interpret the Constitution in the same way that those who authored it intended it to be, which is a big topic of discussion here. But we came across some protesters today. They were quite concerned about this potential replacement for Ruth Bader Ginsburg on the Supreme Court. This is what one woman had to say to us. Are you concerned about the appointment of Amy Coney Barrett to the Supreme Court?
That's an understatement, and it's going to happen whether we want it to or not, because the Senate has the ability to push that through quickly. And so this, I think, is going to cause a lot of people to become anxious and ready to maybe step into maybe the political scene, because they haven't done that in the past, and now that's really showing that our government is who we elect in, and that's happening right now, and not everybody's happy with it, so they better step up and start participating.
Now, we know President Donald Trump has positioned himself as very anti-abortion. It's helped him appeal to his evangelical base, as well as a really big portion of the right-wing conservative movement here in the United States. But of course, you can't just appeal anything to the Supreme Court. There has to be legal ground. We spoke to one constitutional expert today about what he thought might be the potential for Roe versus Wade, that critical legal precedents on abortion in the United States, to actually end up back in the Supreme Court.
I think her pro-life stance probably will come through in her jurisprudence, and I do think there are a number of cases percolating up right now through the lower courts that look like they're headed for the Supreme Court that restrict and regulate abortion in a number of different ways, all trying to test the right to abortion and teeing up a challenge to Roe versus Wade that would invite the court to overturn Roe versus Wade.
Now, interestingly, the Democrats haven't really seized on this point. What they've been targeting is the Affordable Care Act. Now, that's set to be heard in the Supreme Court just after the election, and if it is found unconstitutional, it could impact millions of Americans. So it has much more political drive in the lead up to this nomination being confirmed, if it does indeed go before the Senate and get confirmed. This is what the constitutional expert we spoke to had to say about that.
The new Congress and the new president will have an opportunity to go back to the drawing board and rewrite the Affordable Care Act in light of whatever the Supreme Court does with the case, and potentially revitalize it at that point.
Now, Tom, of course, there's a lot to this in the United States. This really is a grassroots issue. As I was saying, people do know who their Supreme Court justices are. They know where they stand. This is really seismic in that you've got 6-3 Conservative majority now. If Amy Coney Barrett is indeed confirmed, she'll have to go through those confirmation hearings. It's unlikely they'll get enough Republicans to cross the floor to be able to block it, to be able to want to do that in the lead up to the election. But it's certain that we're going to see a lot of content come out of that hearing that will really fire up the Democratic base. So it really could end up being something that gets votes in for all those people who've been mourning Ruth Bader Ginsburg.